Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More, and we are outside a house I just purchased as a house flip. It's a HUD home, my first time ever buying a HUD home, although I've sold hundreds of them. It's on 3 acres. It's a little bit weird. It's got a mobile home. It's got a solar lien. It's got a weird floor plan. I think it was a good deal. I guess we'll all find out, and we'll talk about the numbers, what we plan to do with it, and a few other interesting stories about this house. It's actually in Pierce, Colorado, where my liquor store and mini mart is. So that has some stories we'll get into later. It also has lots of garages and outbuildings, which are a huge bonus on this type of property. There's the solar stuff, which we'll talk about too. I just got a house under contract that had solar, and that's all I'm allowed to talk about with that. But anyway, this house is a HUD home. HUD homes are government-owned foreclosures. So the vast majority, in fact, it could be all HUD homes, had FHA loans against them. FHA is a federally insured loan program for owner-occupied buyers. And so when those go into foreclosure, sometimes the banks will try to sell them on their own, or they can kind of give them back to the government and say, hey, let's use your insurance policy, you deal with it. And so I sold hundreds upon hundreds of HUD homes as a listing agent after the housing crash. As a HUD listing agent, I was not allowed to buy HUD homes. Nobody in my office could buy them. None of my family members could buy them. None of the family members of agents in my office could buy them. But I don't sell them anymore, so now I am able to buy them. This house has kind of a weird layout. I don't know if you noticed, but there's like 17 doors coming off the living room. This side of the home, I believe, is an addition. So here's your master bedroom. That does have a good closet, good windows, fairly decent size. But like I said, there's a lot of different things going on with this house. Here's the master bath, which is fairly decent size too. It's got a jetted tub, but it looks super old. Not sure we can keep that. We go to the other side of the living room. We have the pink room, the pink bedroom, which is beautiful. And these ceilings are a little taller than the rest of the house. So at one point, probably most of this house had 9 or 10 foot ceilings, and they dropped the living room ceiling, and maybe the addition wasn't as tall. But you've got that room there, and then we've got another kind of bedroom to my right. They used to have a wood-burning stove there, so that's something to consider. Do we put a wood-burning stove in? Do we not? This would be the purple bedroom. And they put this gigantic closet in here, which takes up most of the space. So I'm wondering if there's a way we can do that better. Well, I know there's a way we can do it better. It's just a matter of how we do it better. Then if we keep moving along here. And the other thing, Nikki and I were talking about this, where do you put your TV in here, right? With a big gas, or not gas, but wood-burning stove there, pellet stove, whatever you have, kind of takes up all the spots where a TV would go. There's doors everywhere, so that makes it tricky. There's windows on the other walls. I don't know. Here's your kitchen, which is also laid out kind of weird because you've got your stove. There's your HUD sign-in sheet, which I used to have to work on all the time, constantly. Used to have to take pictures of my signature every single week because we inspect the homes every week, take a picture, submit them. A lot of interesting work there. And then we've got the other bathroom back here. So, you had their master bedroom right off their master bed, or your master bath right off your master bedroom. Then your kind of main bath is way back here behind the kitchen. So that's a little odd too. And then there's your fridge right in a really weird spot in the kitchen that doesn't really fit. So here's your laundry room, which is kind of an afterthought as well. And we're just talking, I can't imagine how this doesn't freeze all the time in here. I don't think there's heat in here. Maybe they cut a hole in that wall because those pipes froze already. So there's a lot of stuff to think about here. For the kitchen, we're thinking maybe we move the stove, put the fridge there. We're thinking maybe we actually make some of these walls a little bigger or openings a little bigger. There's a lot to think about inside. So If you have ideas, let us know on that. And then we have the outside, which is just as beautiful as the inside. Large wheelchair ramp, which usually we donate, since they usually don't add value. They a lot of times detract value, and we can help someone else out by donating those. You can see the solar panel electric wires are just laying on the ground, which is probably not where they go. This house does have a cellar. However, HUD still has their padlocks on it, and I am not sure what their padlock combo was. We did rekey the house with our own locks, because the way HUD does it is they take their keys, take their lockbox off, and usually leave it unlocked and say, go ahead, rekey everything. So we did rekey the house, but then I realized when I got here, we didn't rekey the garages. So I couldn't get in the garages, but I can tell you what they look like. I was in those before when I first saw the house. Kind of weird raised garden beds. We do have a lot of the fencing and kind of corrals that come with it. And I will tell you, that shop right here on the right, shop/garage, has concrete floors. Really nice inside, really good shape. So that's a huge bonus to have a garage like that, that's for sure. And then you got a 2-car garage on the left, which is actually pretty nice as well. So it actually has a 5-car garage if you combine the two. And yeah, I tried to open the door and realized, oh, that's way too shiny for one of my handles. That's definitely HUD. And then it's got kind of some interesting outbuildings, stuff going on the outside. They definitely had their fair share of animals here. For some reason, I had a sneezing attack later on. Can't imagine why that was. Probably horses here, chickens, maybe cows, who knows? I'm allergic to all of them. Here is a beautiful shed. Sorry, my phone ran out of juice there for a second. Memory. I've been doing so many videos of liquor stores and different properties. My phone keeps running out of memory. And I've got to delete videos and add new ones and delete, and it's just a constant process. Loafing shed. Here's the other garage. More corrals. More little weird clubhouse things. And it's a big lot. 3 acres is quite a bit of land. So I think it goes to that fence over there. Kind of the fence to the back I was showing. Then to another fence. If that makes any sense at all. Probably not. Here, this looks more like a chicken coop of sorts, maybe? Some kind of birdhouse. And these buildings might not look like they're in amazing shape, but they're actually pretty useful for somebody who wants chickens, wants animals, wants livestock. They can come in quite handy. Of course, the garage is for people who want storage for vehicles. And again, that door handle is way too shiny for it to be ours. I knew it wouldn't work. And here, so solar was put on this garage and the house. And I'm guessing they put in this post, with their wires and different stuff. And I don't know if somebody ran into it or the wind blew it over. It does get very windy up here. But it's laying on the ground. And they have, I'm guessing HUD put up these little flags to let you know, be careful. Don't run that over. I might have done something a little different. And we will fix that, don't worry. We'll also talk about the solar lien a little bit. So here is a fancy mobile home, though. And we'll let that do all the talking for itself. Well, I'll still be talking, but maybe about something else. We probably need to get rid of this. It might make it hard to finance. Maybe, maybe not. It is beautiful and old, but not sure it adds a lot of value. At one time, it could have been the top of the line, really cool mobile home. Not anymore. So anyway, that solar lien is with Tesla now. So it was Solar City who installed it. That's what all the naming is. I think they sold out to Tesla. And it's very interesting. It's much different from the last property I had that dealt with solar. This one is owned by Tesla, not even leased to the people. Basically, you pay per month how much solar it generates. So if it generates more solar last month than this month, you would pay more last month. So that was kind of weird and strange. The bathroom is just beautiful. Now you can buy the solar. So I think they've had it for almost 14 years or something. So you can buy the system. I got a quote from them. The quote was, I think $10,000 to buy the system is completely mine. I stopped paying them off. You can also continue to pay the monthly fee for whatever it produces. I think last month the fee was $75. I haven't looked to see how much money it saves us or anything like that yet. So it's not the ton of money, but I'd rather not pay anything per month too, ideally. So I have to figure out if I want to just pay off the lien, keep paying the $75, or go into battle and try and get it all removed for free, which is possible, but takes some work and you never know what will happen. So still need to think about all of that. Now, this place is great, but if you have a mobile home on a property, some lenders, even if it's not the primary house, even if it's just sitting there, some lenders might not like it very much. So this might be something we have to get rid of somehow. I think this used to be the water heater in here. So there's a little gas hookup or propane hookup or something, venting. So here's some of the beautiful windows, your living room. The kitchen is actually pretty cool. We'll show you that here in a second. And of course they decided to add on a shed to the mobile home, because who doesn't need a shed added on to their mobile home? And again, I got into that building before too when I had the HUD keys, but not anymore. So we also had some other drama. So someone in this town thought I was buying this place just to spite them because of my store, and there's some drama in the town with the store and different people. And so they thought I had bought this just because they tried to buy it and I wanted to undermine them. I had no idea they were trying to buy it. I didn't even really know who they were until I heard this. So no, I did not buy this property to try and spite somebody or because they made an offer. I've actually been trying to buy this property for like 6 months, because before it was a HUD home, it was for sale by the bank on an auction site, and was trying to buy it there. I just could not get a low enough price. So nope, that wasn't the reason. What did I pay for this? Well, this beautiful gem was $346,000. Now with HUD, I can get a commission paid, so I made some money there. And after we're done with it, we're hoping it's worth around $500 with the garages, the acreage, making the house better. It's a little tricky to value. This is a tough one. Maybe a little less, maybe a little more. And then it's also tricky to know how much we're going to spend on it. Thinking around $50,000, because it's not crazy, but we definitely have to do some kitchen work, some bath work, flooring, all that. You can see some of the it's at least a 1974 mobile home, at least that old, probably older, but it had some tags there. So again, HUD and their doors. Excited to have another flip. We're working on the other one we bought a few weeks ago. We'll start working on this one. We've got another one we're buying in a few weeks too. But we've got a lot going on with the liquor store, 2 liquor stores now, the laundromats, commercial properties and everything. So hopefully we can get to these soon, get them fixed up, and get them sold. And it actually looks kind of cool from the side. I mean, kind of. Looks more like a camper than a mobile home, but things were different back in the day. And I think I'm standing on the neighbor's property right here. I think this fence line is our property line. But that's the house. We'll have many more updates on it. We'll talk about the solar. We'll talk about the cleanup, the demo, our plans, and all of that coming up soon. Let us know what you think. And we will continue to have updates on everything else that's going on right now. It's a little bit of a busy time in my life.